So we are in 2023, and I wanted to talk about some goals for my channel and collecting wise. So I hope you guys like the new setup. I moved some front my shelves around to kind of open up my room. It's just I don't know how much I like this sticking out. This like you can't see it, but this dresser sticks out. Also, I felt like, but I do think you get a better look at my background and my movies and stuff and my figures. I got some of my best figures up top these shelves here. At least I try to anyway. So there's one bookshelf I kind of move figures around on it depending on what I feel like doing. Things constantly shuffle around, so that's just me. And I also don't like how that lamp is shining that way, but because there's a little bit of. Okay, let's see if I can. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Captain Kirk is supposed to hold button. There we go. I like this. That's good. Actually, that's perfect. Okay. Sorry, I want to talk for a minute. So one of my goals from 2023 for this channel, I'm gonna just list like about three or so goals. Is number one, talk more old movies. So my thing about my channel is in recent years, I focus more on new movies because, so a little backstory here. It was 2020. No, it wasn't 2020. It was 2019, 2018, somewhere in there. I stopped seeing as many movies. And that was because I was tired of being angry. Now, the reason why I was so angry was I was watching Geeks and Gamers videos, and I believed everything was sexist, everything was woke, in like a lot of these channels. And so I stopped seeing as many movies because I was like, I was just disenfranchised with Hollywood because I was being lied to by people, you know. And also it wasn't just that; it was just that, just in general, Hollywood movies were appealing to me less, and that's because, like, the reality is, my brain was going, movies aren't that good anymore. And that's just not true. The reason why I felt that way is I wasn't allowed to watch more adult films because I was still about 16, 17. Parents wouldn't allow me to do that. And so a lot of these movies that I really like and you see me talk about tend to be more indie art house, foreign movies, adult movies. Not so much the big blockbusters. That doesn't mean I don't like them. I talked about Black Adam, how much I enjoyed that. I loved Avatar. I love Top Gun. I love the Batman. I've talked about those things on my channel many, many times that last year, and I will continue to talk about those things and other things like that into the future. A lot of the movies I listed on my most anticipated movie years of list are blockbusters, but that's not my favorite movies. They rarely are. And so, for me, I was just sitting there going, I was disenfranchised. And so I stopped seeing as many movies. And I was just talking all these random things, older movies. I was trying different things on my channel. But then 2019 happened. 2019, before COVID happened, is one of the best years in film I've ever seen. I mean, so many great films that year. Jojo Rabbit, Rocket Man, God, I can't think of any more off the top of my head, damn it. But there was a shit ton. Like, you can just look up the list of just The Lighthouse. Just so many great films. I think, didn't Lady Bird come out that year? Just, yeah, it was just an awesome, awesome year for movies. Blockbuster or otherwise, just awesome year for movies. And, through that, I started seeing a couple foreign movies. Like, Jojo Rabbit was a great way to start that, seeing more indie films, because Jojo Rabbit is a PG-13 movie, not a radar movie like a lot of these smaller movies tend to be. And it was something I watched with my mom and other people, and then through that I got to see other movies, start getting more and more excited about it. And what really started my love of movies, I mean, it's always been there, but was that year. That was the year that I can remember starting to look into more adult movies. Kind of get in there. And but still 2020, I still didn't, or 2019, I still was on that path a little bit. But I grew out of it going into next couple of years. And then, at the end of 2020, I got my job at a movie theater. And so for the past year and a half, 2 years now, I've basically focused my channel on new movies. And I love new movies, don't get me wrong. But it's been hard to figure out how to put old movies into that, if that makes sense. I can't do that as well, but I do want to talk more old movies on my channel because that's what I love as well. My passion is not just for old movies, new movies. You see a lot of bitter people now who just look at them, you listen to them, and you go, "God, you guys hate like everything new, or they hate everything old." There's just not a lot of love for everything, and that's me. I want to love everything film. I don't. So you can really tell sometimes when it really breaks my heart to talk about these movies negatively. Like, look at my review for Babylon. It just broke my heart to talk about that movie the way that I did. I didn't want to talk about that movie the way I did. So I want to talk old movies. Um, and I use now. It's not to say I don't review old movies right now. I do. But I usually tie them into a newer movie coming out. Like right now, next Friday we're getting a House Party remake, so I've been reviewing the House Party movies. Uh, after I'm done reviewing those, I'm going to go through the Unbreakable trilogy because we have a new M. Night Shyamalan movie. But I also want to throw some things that aren't necessarily tied into something new coming out, like after I'm done reviewing those, Back to the Future, right? That sounds fun, right? Or How to Train Dragon trilogy. I'm deciding which one I'm going to review first, but one of those is going to be thrown in there. And I'm going to talk about the John Wick movies because the new John Wick movies come out. So there still will be things tied into newer movies coming out. There's also just going to be a level of me just reviewing movies that I want to talk about because I need to do that for me. Um, Also, try to give more Netflix movies a chance. I want to throw that on this list because in recent years I don't really care about Netflix movies. And the reason why is I don't pay attention nor am I aware of them. And that's for a few reasons. First of all, Netflix doesn't market their movies. In fact, a lot of things I find out on streaming, this is how I find out about them. I'm subscribed to their YouTube channels and I see the trailers that they put out. So that's me specifically looking for those things. And the reason I do that is because I want to know what's coming out so I can have a review schedule for you guys. And I have a review schedule and I have planned videos that I'm uploading and stuff. So that's why these things are like that. So, you know, but a lot of Netflix movies I also just don't watch because the reality is Netflix makes so much content, good or bad or the other, that there is no way for me to go into majority of projects that they put out and know if it's going to be good. And it's a little bit different at a movie theater because at least when I go there, I could go with somebody. It's a little bit of an experience. I'm gonna, I get my little pizza. I sit down in the theater. It's a little bit of an experience. When I'm sitting down at home, you see it behind me. I got walls and walls of movies. I got these shelves here full of movies. Why do I need to spend all that time when I have so many options on these shelves or on streaming, spending time watching Netflix movies? However, Netflix still puts out a movie every single week, just like the theaters do. And I'm so willing to give a lot of these movies in the theater a chance, and I do find surprises there. I should be trying to do the same for Netflix. Don't know how well that's going to work out, but I'm still going to try. Uh, I'm really excited to watch The Pale Blue Eye and talk about that movie. So stay tuned for that review. Stuff like that. I just want to talk more of that kind of stuff. Second, uh, or no, third thing on this list is talk more books. Now I think I've done a great job about talking about more books because so I have a bunch of stuff on pre-order on Amazon right now, and it's yeah, that's great. So I have a lot of books pre-ordered that I'm planning to review on this channel. There's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons books uh, coming out and comics. Gonna review those. I'm reviewing the Avatar comics on this channel. I'm getting ready to review, uh, you know, some other things like that. I actually have my new Avatar books coming Tuesday, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I got lots of other books planned to review on this channel. Got lots of books pre-ordered. I want to talk some of the Star Trek books coming out, things like that. Got all that planned, so that's exciting. So I think I'm doing a great job at that already because I mean, last year I probably would have never reviewed a Schoolhouse Rock book, but I did, and the video actually seemed to be doing pretty well on my channel, which I'm pretty happy about that. So clearly there is an audience for me talking about books as long as I do it in a timely manner and stuff and make sure the books are out there. And then the last thing on this list, just be less negative. Um, I can't. I mean, reviewing a movie negatively is fair game, but I do want to be less negative. I want to enjoy things more. Part of that is my mental health has not been great, and I'm working on it this year. It's been a main focus for me right now. It's been a struggle. I don't get a lot of sleep. Right now, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm recording this video. So, that's just where I'm at right now. And it's unfortunate, but I'm trying. So, yeah, I don't know how well it's going to work out, but, I'm trying. And that's where we're at with that. And I'm excited about that. So, I do want to enjoy more things, though. And, yeah, these are all my steps to, helping myself and my viewers. Because, content creation, I think less people talk about. There's ways to go about making a YouTube channel. You can make what you want to make, or you can make what the audience wants you to make. And there really needs to be a balance of both. There are a lot of, honestly, I sometimes wonder if a lot of these shows or movies that I review, would I even be talking about if I didn't have a YouTube channel? And a lot of them, the answer is yes. But there's a couple in there that I'm like, no, probably not. But I want to have a video out for you guys. I try to have a video out every day. And actually, I enjoy that because, I think one thing that's good for mental health is having an accomplishment every day. No matter how big or small, having an accomplishment every day of like, I did something today. Because when you suffer from depression, anxiety, other things, you can often feel like like you're worthless, like you don't have much value as a person. And so when you are able to remind yourself, hey, I did this one thing today, I accomplished something, it strengthens your mental health and it keeps your mind off of the negative thoughts that tend to go on, you know. Sorry, it's hard to get real deep here. I just wanted to say that. So that's one thing I enjoy about making videos every day, is that I put out a video every day. People like them. I accomplish something. It also makes me busy and that's another thing with mental health, keeping yourself busy, not necessarily as a distraction. A lot of people say as a distraction, but more so just to you know just keep your mind off of things that would put you in a place that's not healthy. And I try to do things that you enjoy and that are good for you too. Like, I would, a lot of people do depressing, addicted to substances, things like that, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. Don't do that. I'm not your therapist, but I'm pretty sure that's not good for you. But but what I'm saying is, like, you know I've lost the point of what I'm saying. Can tell I'm tired, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's helpful, so I enjoy that, and yeah, I'm really working at that for right now, and so that's where I enjoy that, and you know, so those are my goals for 2023 for both of my channels. Um, I also want to add, this video is probably going up on my second channel, but uh, review more stuff on my second channel. Um, just because my second channel has mainly become my unboxing channel, and I'm fine with that. But I also want it to be a review channel as well. It's in the name, channel reviews more, but I don't really review that much stuff. I may try to start reviewing more physical media stuff, considering that's what I show off on that channel, and that's mainly the point of that channel. Um, I also might try to do some long form series, which is to say, like, I want to talk about all the DreamWorks animated movies, but I don't know if I can do that on my main channel because it's hard to do long form series when I'm trying to keep up with new stuff as well on my main channel. And DreamWorks has like 40 something movies, if that makes sense. So like I can't spend 40 something weeks reviewing uh movies, like that on my main channel. But if I did that on my second channel, no problem, could totally do that. Um, I'm just not sure how I want to do that because some of those, like, we're gonna get a Boss Baby 3, so do I want to save the Boss Baby movies for when Boss Baby 3 is closer? Do I want to save the Trolls movie to when Trolls 3 is coming closer? Things like that. I'm not really sure how I want to go about that, but I will go about it and figure all that out. I also, I guess, for collecting wise, because I do, I am a collector. I guess we'll talk about some of those goals too. Man, this video is getting really long, but I just want to talk for a minute. So, complete more sets. And I think one of my problems with and I think this is a lot of people's problems. When you're a physical media collector, you buy a lot of stuff and you don't complete sets. And, sometimes it gets harder to complete sets because sometimes you wait around for things to go down in price and go on sale, and then they just don't, and you're like, crap, I missed out on that. Now it's expensive. Now it's hard to find. It just happens that way sometimes. But you also, so I have a lot of gaps. I think right now I'm gonna just put 2 sets I want to complete by the end of the year. A complete Pixar movie collection. I love Pixar, and it actually saddens me that I don't own a lot of their movies because there's a lot of them that I've tried to go and watch and been like, crap, I don't have that one. A complete Disney animated movie collection as well. Now, I've already started that because I'm part of the Disney Movie Club, and I actually have 2 or 3 of them actually showing up in the mail. I think one of them's showing up today or something. I forget, but I have a lot of them coming, and I think one of my and then also, like, I'm trying to buy more Disney Movie Club exclusives, so that kind of ties into that as well. That kind of thing. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, that's my thoughts with all that. I just wanted to get all that stuff out there and just talk. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.